Hello everyone, welcome back to another saxenda update. This is month 8. I cannot believe it's been 8 months. It has been just such a wild, great, amazing just journey this has been, being on this medication and losing weight. I feel like I'm just so close to the finish line and it feels so good. And if you've made this choice to do this for yourself, you should be really, really proud of yourself. I know I am, and you should be too. I feel like I need to just say that. Okay, so let's go over where I'm at, because if this is the first video you are watching, you got to kind of catch up with what's going on. So I have been on saxenda for 8 months. I have 3 kids. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I started off at 179 pounds. I'm 5'3 3/4, right under 5'4", and it has just been a great journey. But around the 6th, 7th month mark, I really started to notice a plateau, and I was fluctuating weight and I wasn't really losing any weight. It was just kind of going down and then up a little, down and up a little. It wasn't really dipping under. So I decided to take a 5-day break from saxenda. So I stopped taking the medication for 5 full days. It took about 3 days until my hunger came back, and then I had my hunger back completely for a full 2 days. And then I restarted the medication back at the 0.6 and went up each dose each week the very beginning. So I wanted to share my actual weight, the number of what it was doing before I took this break. So around the 5-month mark, I was at 151.4, and then at the 6-month mark, I was at 149.2. And then when I restarted saxenda, I was at 150.4. So in the span of 2 months, I really did not lose hardly any weight. I was going from 151, little over, to 149, which is only a few pounds. And I could not get under. It was just not working. I will say the medication was definitely suppressing my appetite, but not as good as it was. I was noticing I was eating more frequently. I was able to eat bigger amounts. Just, it wasn't as effective over the course of the 6-7 months. So I took the break, and it's been a full month since I've restarted saxenda again. So let's get into month 8 and restarting saxenda for the month. I know that's why you guys are all here. So the first week that I restarted saxenda at 0.6, I was 154 pounds. So it took a few days to really feel like my appetite was being suppressed again, but it definitely was. And I was losing half a pound each day, right off the bat. And then I started my cycle. And if you're a woman or you just don't know, when you're on your period, you're going to bloat, you're going to retain water, so your weight is going to go up. So I actually didn't lose any weight that week, but prior to starting my period, I was losing, and then it kind of stalled out. So I actually didn't lose any weight the first week. I was exactly 150.4 when I started at the end of the week also. So let's get into week 2, because that's really where things started to change. So week 2, I did the 1.2 again. I started at 150.4 pounds and I ended at 148 pounds. So I lost 2.4 pounds, which the fact that I lost that much weight in a week was insane, because I was losing that in a month prior to stopping. So even though I lost the 2.4 pounds, my body weight was still fluctuating. And I think that's normal and it's okay. And if you feel like your weight is fluctuating a little, it's normal. It was only in the beginning that it was just down, 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 down. So now that I'm getting closer to my goal weight and I've already lost quite a bit of weight, it's not dropping crazy. It's kind of fluctuating, but it's still dropping. It's just fluctuating though. So when I started week 3, I was actually 149.6 pounds at the 1.8 milligrams. And I went down to, 147. So I lost another 2.6 pounds. Even though I fluctuated, I still lost 2.6 pounds again, which was amazing. So week 4, I went to the 2.4 milligrams, and it's so funny because I remember when I went up to this dose in the beginning, I felt like my appetite wasn't as suppressed, and I've even seen people say that, and it was really interesting because it happened again. I felt like this week, the 2.4 week, it wasn't really that suppressed as it was prior, but then at the end of the week, so I take it on a Monday, and by Saturday, Sunday, I was it reminded me of the beginning. It finally felt like the beginning when I started this medication. I was eating my normal amounts that I was used to, and I just could not. And if I kept eating, I felt that really full, I was gonna throw up feeling. I would take a couple bites of something and I was just oh my God, I cannot keep eating it. And it was just so weird because over the last few months, I could eat a decent normal meal, and it was the beginning again over the last 2 days. And even today, It's day 1 of 3 milligrams. And I've had a couple pieces of asparagus, like literally like 3 pieces, and I still feel full. I don't really want to drink my water. Like I just feel very full. I feel really bloated today also, which I don't know why that's happening. I feel like I'm finally feeling that really strong, like suppressed appetite like I did in the beginning. And if you watch my last video, I was talking about how restarting the medication, it just wasn't like the beginning, but now that I'm at the 2.4, now at 3, I really feel like it's starting to work like way better and like the beginning. So I'm so grateful for that. So because this week I felt like it wasn't really doing it until the end of the week, I lost 0.4 pounds this week. So let's see, how much did I lose altogether? So I fluctuated again. I was 146.6. That was the lowest weight I got to this month. But today when I woke up, I was 147.6. So I was a pound difference. And, you know, it was over the weekend. I definitely ate things that, you know, I normally don't eat through the week. So, I mean, having my check-in the day after the weekend is probably not the smartest because it's like the day after I ate things that I normally don't. So that's just on my own thing. But I just want to be really honest and really upfront about like the numbers. And I think it's important to say, like, if you feel like your weight is fluctuating slightly, like it's okay. It took me a minute to like also be okay with that because I was so used to just numbers dropping each time. And anytime my weight would go up a little, I thought like something was wrong. But as long as you're really watching what you're eating, like this week, I'm gonna count my calories and see if that helps, just because last week I only lost 0.4 pounds. And I think total so far on saxenda at 8 months, I've lost 32.4 pounds. I still have about another 20 pounds to go. So it's definitely like, I think it's just getting to a point. I haven't been this weight in like over 6 years, probably even 7 years. So it's just very new for my body to be at this weight. And I feel like it's just hanging on and it needs to know that it's okay to keep losing. So definitely need to just like watch what I'm eating, keep up with my low carb thing, which I've been doing. The one thing I will say is the side effects are definitely like full on, like the dry mouth, the cramps, the upset stomach, the nausea here and there. I mean, I had nausea like when I first started this whole restart, but not so much anymore. But the fatigue also was really bad in the beginning, not so bad anymore. So that definitely kind of sucked. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. It's been an interesting journey and I'm just grateful for where I'm at. I hope that all made sense. I feel like I was kind of all over the place and it's kind of hard to like explain all the numbers and then this and that and the weeks, and it can be a lot. And I feel like I hope I made sense. So another thing I want to mention, my prior authorization runs out in July and I have to submit a new one. So I'm probably going to get denied because my BMI is not at the number it needs to be anymore. So I only have like a few more months on saxenda to go. So I'm really hoping I can just get my 20 pounds more and be good and done with saxenda and on my own. So we'll see how it goes. If you want to stick around, make sure you are subscribed and I will see you guys in the next update.